Let's travel to India for dinner tonight. Shami Kababs are a popular North Indian food, and it can be served as a snack or a whole meal. These patties are full of flavor with fresh ginger, toasted spices, and when you start with certified Angus beef ground beef, these patties really show off. Bring some culture to your kitchen with this modern day Indian classic. First things first, everything that we're gonna use spice-wise, I'm going to toast and warm through in a dry pan. Toasting your spices just brings out the flavor.
I'm throwing in some whole cardamom pods to get toasting. If you can't find whole, that's fine. You can use ground cardamom as well.
So I have some cheesecloth and some butcher's twine, and the cheesecloth is what will hold the spices since we're using some whole spices today. This will just be an easier way to fish them out of our stewed down Shami Kabab filling.
And I'm using the cloth method because I have some whole spices in my mixture. If you're choosing to use all ground spices, you do not have to do this step. As you're wrapping your spices in your cheesecloth, just think about making a little pouch.
So about 2 tablespoons of garlic. So I'm gonna be safe and do 3 big cloves. A little tip for getting that skin off of your fresh ginger is just use a spoon. And if you can find fresh ginger where you are, this is absolutely 100% what you should use for this for sure. The flavor profile of fresh ginger versus dried is just like day and night. So I'm gonna just start microplaning over here. Just straight onto the cutting board. You can really smell it. It smells so fresh. Smash the garlic to open her up. So I'm just microplaning all the way down to the skin and the root. If anybody watching this video has tips and tricks on how to not cry when you chop onions, leave it in the comments, because I've never found anything that works. Just a little onion, and we don't have to be precise with the cutting because this just stews down with our ground beef and our lentils, which I'll show you in a minute. But this all goes into a food processor. What I'm doing now is I'm rinsing all the starches off since these have been soaking for about 1.5 hours. It just kind of helps break it down so the cooking time is a little less. So I'm using split green lentils today because I cannot find yellow split lentils anywhere where I'm from. We are in Worcester, Ohio. So if you can find yellow, that is what is traditionally in this recipe, but it tastes amazing with split green lentils, so that's what we're doing today.
So I'm starting with a heavy bottom pan and a little oil and getting my certified Angus beef ground beef going. All I'm doing is breaking it apart with my spatula because we're not focused on browning here. We're focused on stewing this down. So I'm seasoning my ground beef with a little salt and pepper per usual. And then in goes that chopped onion and then my soaked and rinsed split green lentils. And then all of that grated fresh ginger and fresh garlic goes in, and then work everything together so it's nicely combined. Add in that beef stock right away, add in your beautiful spices and cover it and let it simmer.
Okay, so our ground beef and lentil mixture has been simmering for about 30 to 40 minutes. And it smells incredible in here. I'm just going to let it sit and cool down naturally. And we're gonna let all of those juices and the extra liquid in here kind of absorb into the beef and the lentils.
As we get ready to blend our Shami Kabab mixture and get everything set for frying, I'm putting some fresh cilantro and chickpea powder into my food processor before I start to fill the beef filling in. Now that our mixture has cooled and all of that extra liquid has been soaked up, we are getting our last ingredients into the food processor to make our Shami Kabab dough ready for frying.
A little bit of chickpea flour straight on top as well to help soak up more of that moisture and bring it all together as more of like a dough almost. And then the remaining little bit of cilantro. Lots of greens. So I'll transfer to a bowl and make sure that our consistency is right, and then we'll start forming our individual patties. I'm gonna use chickpea flour as just like the dusting on my hands, and I'm doing a 1/4 cup measuring cup to help get me kind of just the shape and the amount that I want them to be, the patties to be in the end. So I'll shoot to get 12, and then we'll do a little shallow fry on them. Don't pack it, just to try and help get it out a little bit easier, and that's what we're going for. And so I'm gonna do a shallow fry, which means we're not deep frying them, we're just simply frying on both sides to crisp them up and warm them through in the middle. And this crust is perfect. This is the chickpea flour doing its magic. A little bit of texture development, but also really nice color. And at this point, because we have our initial crust developed, I'm gonna drastically lower the heat and just let them crisp up for half the amount of time on the other side, and then transfer them to some paper towels.
The use of chickpea flour makes these Shami Kabab patties super flaky and tender. So letting them sit on a paper towel for a few minutes before plating is ideal. This simple way to show off these Shami Kababs is beautiful.
Everything smells amazing in this kitchen, and these are the finished Shami Kababs with Certified Angus Beef ground beef. I have chosen to pair it with a mint yogurt dipping sauce. These types of meat patties take a condiment really well. So raw onion, fresh lemon juice, a yogurt sauce, some kind of chutney. Those are things you would serve alongside a dish like this. The yogurt sauce right on top. First, some lemon. You need some lemon. Just a little bit, okay? It's so tender. All of the spices in this dish are so powerful, and the use of ground beef is so simple, but it really takes it up a notch. What a delicious way to bring culture to your kitchen. See you next time here in the test kitchen.